All right, so good afternoon. We are now on the record. Today's date is Friday, August 2nd, 2024, and the time is approximately 1:43 p.m. Central Time. This is the deposition of Samuel Serrett, taken in the matter of Kedric Crawford versus Teddy Sims et al., filed in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Texas, Houston Division. Would all counsel please identify themselves for the record and state who they represent, starting with the noticing attorney?
Yes, UA Lewis for the plaintiff, Kedric Crawford.
Great, thank you. Mr. Serrett, can you please state your name, spelling your name for the record?
Samuel Serrett, Samuel Serrett.
Thank you. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give today in this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. The witness is now sworn.
Mr. Serrett, have you had your deposition taken before?
For this case, ma'am?
No, ever.
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
I don't recall, maybe once or twice.
And was that in a case involving you as a party?
Yes, ma'am.
And you think it might be either once or twice?
Yes.
Could it be more?
No.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, how did you end up in Baytown, you said your family moved to a suburb outside of Houston. Was that Baytown?
It was not.
What suburb was that?
A suburb of Houston.
So you're not going to tell me the name of the suburb that you lived in?
I currently live in the same suburb.
Okay.
Ms. Lewis,
all right.
Let's move along. What suburb he grew up in, where he lived? I mean, that's not relevant to why we're here. You're asking. You're it's not relevant to the defendant's qualified immunity, and what the judge ruled on is discoverable at this point in time.
It is relevant to his Sims's qualified immunity.
It's not.
It is.
I'm going to instruct him not to answer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Tell me what else is or is not, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis, I've made my point very clear. My objection is for the record.
Well, state your objection and don't tell me what is and what is not. You don't get to rule is the thing.
I'm not ruling. My objection is that we are asking questions that go beyond Mr. Serrett's qualified immunity.
Okay, you know what? You're wasting my time. You're wasting the record right now, so I'll move on. Mr. Serrett, you just stated that it was the same suburb that you live in now. Is that Kingwood?
Yes, it is.
How did you end up at the Baytown Police Department?
Applied for a job and got hired by them in 2017.
I'm sorry, in 2017?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you work anywhere else besides 2017? Oh, excuse me, there in 2017 in Baytown.
I'm sorry, did I work anywhere else in 2017?
In law enforcement, yeah. I said before 2017 in law enforcement. I should clarify that and say in law enforcement.
No, ma'am.
So this was your first law enforcement job at Baytown?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you attend the police academy or did Baytown Police Department train you for your law enforcement license?
After being hired by Baytown Police Department, I went through the University of Houston Downtown Police Academy.
Did you work? Have you worked at any other police departments besides Baytown?
Again, no, ma'am.
Well, no, I asked before, but I want to know maybe after or in between time. Officers leave and come back, so it's not again.
Yes, ma'am. No, I have not.
In the meantime, can you tell me if you received training on the use of force?
Yes, ma'am.
And who provided the training to you for the use of force?
The police department.
You mean Baytown?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I mean, I should have clarified my questions to you. And so we're going to have to, I'm sorry, I apologize, go back and ask you if you had any use of force training prior to July 2019.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was at the academy or with Baytown?
Both.
Objection form.
It was with both?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you learned in the use of force training. Tell me what you understood or that you took away from the use of force training.
Objection form.
The use of force training mostly involved striking like pads and stuff like that with closed fist strikes and elbows and knees and stuff.
Okay. Mr. Serrett, tell me, if you could, tell me about what on July 6th, 2019, what was your title or your rank at Baytown?
Patrol officer.
And at the time that in February of 2024, what was your rank at that time when you left the force?
Patrol officer.
Had you ever had any promotions at all?
No, ma'am.
What about a raise? Did you get any raises?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you get any raises between 2019 in July and 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as you are aware, we deposed Officer Sims the other day, and he said that after you all were indicted, that he was on leave without pay. Is that the same for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever applied to any other police department?
Yes, ma'am.
What other police departments did you apply to?
Whenever I was applying for Baytown, I also applied for HPD.
Okay. Is that the only other one?
Yep. No, I guess I started the application process with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, but I withdrew my application.
With this incident, were you offered or proposed the ride-along Shane done to you that day?
No, ma'am.
Did you know him before that day?
Yes, ma'am. We'd met.
And where'd you meet him?
In the jail.
Did you see him often?
Yes.
Did you ever hang out with him socially?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever communicate with him outside of work?
No, ma'am.
Did you have his phone number?
No, ma'am.
So outside of work and seeing him at work while he's working and you're working, the only time that you saw him outside of his work the night of the incident?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to go a little bit more into the incident that night. Can you tell me how you first encountered Mr. Crawford?
Yes, ma'am. I noticed his vehicle was about to turn out onto Garth Road in Baytown, and saw that I could see him in the vehicle. There was not really a lot of traffic because it was pretty late at night, so I saw that he kind of looked both ways and then backed, kind of did a backwards U-turn back into a parking place, and I just thought that was unusual. So I went to go pull into the parking lot, initiate a conversation with him.
How did you initiate the conversation with him?
Oh, I don't recall the first words I said to him, but I got out of my vehicle some probably 15, 20 yards away from him and started walking over there just to try and say, hey, find out if there was something wrong or see if there's anything going on that needed my attention.
Who else was there when you initiated contact with Mr. Crawford?
Teddy Sims.
Okay, and where was he?
He would have gotten out his vehicle also and walked up with me.
So you guys initially walked up together to make contact with Mr. Crawford?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, it's my understanding that based on what your testimony just a moment ago, you are the one who made initial contact with him, not Mr. Sims, right?
I think my testimony was that I don't remember what the first words I said to him were. So if it was me, maybe it was Teddy. I don't know.
Okay. Well, your testimony was that you made the first contact with him. I wasn't asking about the words, but now you're not sure whether you even made the first contact with him. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. You said you don't know?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know.
There's videos of this incident. Have you been able to view any of the videos?
Yes, I have. It's been a long time, but yes.
How long has it been?
Man, probably like 3 years or more, maybe 4 years.
So while your criminal case was pending, you never looked at any of the body cam footage?
That's correct.
Is there a reason why?
I didn't need to.
So you were facing the criminal trial in that case. So you did not feel that it was necessary to prepare for your freedom to look at the videos?
Don't answer that.
Why not?
That goes into conversations he had with his criminal attorney. I'm instructing him not to answer that.
I'm not asking you anything about your conversation with your attorney. I'm asking you, did you feel the need to look at those videos since you were fighting for your freedom?
I'm going to tell him not to answer that.
Why?
I already stated my reason.
Well, it's not a proper reason because I didn't ask him anything about his conversation with his attorney. I'm not going into any
Your question goes in.
In fact, I told him not to tell me anything about that. I don't want to hear anything about what he said to his attorney.
Maybe rephrase your question where you're not asking why he didn't, where it doesn't delve into attorney-client privilege.
Okay, Mr. Serrett, I do not want to hear about anything that you and your attorney talked about in the criminal case. But I am interested as to why you chose not to watch the video, seeing that you were facing a criminal case.
I didn't feel the need to.
Why not?
I just didn't want to watch them. There was no need for me to watch them. It was an incredibly stressful time for me and my family, and that was not something I wanted to do.
What videos have you seen?
Objection thrown.
Are you asking what videos have I seen
From this incident?
From the incident?
Yes.
I think I've watched my body camera and probably Teddy's body camera. I think that's all there is. I think there's also like a gas station video or something like that.
Okay.
But again, it's been a long time.
Right. Okay. And does your vehicle that you were driving in that night, what type of vehicle is that?
The Tahoe.
Okay. And it's a Baytown police squad vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And dash cam?
Yes, ma'am.
And how does that dash cam activate?
It either activates automatically when you turn on the lights and sirens, or you can activate the camera by itself with a remote control.
Where's the remote control located?
It's a little thing that clips onto your shoulder lapel.
All right. And was your dash cam activated that night?
I don't think so.
Is that because there was you chose not to do it with your remote control?
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
And it didn't do it automatically because there were no lights or sirens, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
All right. So let's go ahead and continue. And so you all made contact with Mr. Crawford. Tell us what happened after you made contact with Mr. Crawford.
We initiated conversation with him. Noticed that, I guess, at some point we asked him if we could search his vehicle based on asking him if he had anything illegal, and he said yes. So I started doing that while Officer Sims kept having a conversation with him over by the driver's side of the vehicle.
Okay, and I just want to clarify something that you just said. You said that that there was a point that you asked him if you could search his vehicle and asked him if he had anything illegal, and he said yes. But can you clarify? Did he say yes that he had something illegal, or that you could search the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am. I meant that he said that we could search the vehicle.
Okay, so he did not say that he has something illegal, for the record's sake, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
Why did you want to search his vehicle?
I believe at that time I was feeling that it was possible that he was under the influence of some kind of substance, alcohol or otherwise, but most likely a narcotic, based on kind of his affect, how he was responding to our questions, and just thought it was possible, again, combined with what I had already seen with backing that U-turn into the parking spot. It was just unusual and kind of late at night. So we were doing what we could to make sure that there was nothing that would make him unsafe to be on the road in public that evening.
When he backed up into the parking spot, that was captured on the HEB video, correct?
I have no idea.
All right. But did you see him swerving? You didn't see him swerving when he was backing up, did you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And with the belief that he had possibly been intoxicated, I recall that you took a class right before you encountered him, maybe a month or so, on DWI, DUI. Is there a reason why you didn't employ any of those course training tactics that you learned as far as detecting a person being intoxicated?
Yes, ma'am. The DWI tests, the SFSD tests, are usually part of a custodial investigation. And at that point, it was not a custodial investigation.
Why not?
Because we just walked up to him and started talking to him. And I didn't start a full-on DWI investigation yet. I'm still just trying to talk to him and see what's going on, up to and including seeing if there are any narcotics or anything else present that would make me believe that further investigation of that variety was necessary.
But isn't it true that a search of a vehicle is also a part of a custodial investigation?
No, ma'am, not always.
What do you mean not always?
On consent, you could search a vehicle and there's no custody element there. The person can be free to leave if they want.
Mm-hmm. But if it's a custodial investigation, you can search the vehicle, right?
If it is a custodial investigation, you could search the vehicle if you have PC to do so or consent.
Right. Okay. And you also, since you had Mr. Crawford there and you believed that he was intoxicated based on his parking the car, wouldn't that be enough to start the investigation, the custodial investigation on his intoxication?
I suppose it wasn't.
I don't know what you mean by you suppose it wasn't.
I mean, I guess you're saying, wouldn't that be enough? But at that moment in that evening, based on the information available to me and available to Officer Sims, we didn't feel at that time that there was enough for DWI investigation. And if we had felt that way, then that's the direction we would have went.
Okay, but you know that you just testified under oath before the jury in this court that you believed him to be intoxicated based on the way that he was driving in the parking lot backwards, pulling into the parking spot. So now you're saying that that's not the case?
Am I allowed to have the court reporter say what I said in response to that question? Because
yeah, sure.
I'll read it back for you. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Question. And you also, since you had Mr. Crawford there and you believed that he was intoxicated based on his parking, wouldn't that be enough to start the investigation, the custodial investigation on his intoxication? Answer. I suppose it wasn't. I don't know what you mean.
And I meant further back. I'm sorry, because you said that I believed he was intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe what I said was noticing things that he was displaying that meant that he may be intoxicated, or I said it was possible.
Okay, I can clarify that. Or we can clarify that. Your testimony is, no matter what it was before, is that you didn't believe that he was intoxicated. You believe that he could have been intoxicated, correct?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Is that the clarification you're looking for?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And how do you investigate a person who you believe could be intoxicated?
Again, that'll depend case to case, but SFSTs are often employed. I believe, SFSTs are usually used.
Mm-hmm. And you chose not to do that, correct? Not to engage?
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
Okay. So there was you chose not to use a field sobriety test to investigate his intoxication or whether he was intoxicated or not. But you thought that searching his vehicle would help you determine whether he was intoxicated or not, correct?
It is one of the factors, yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's what you learned in your training, that one of the factors is to search a vehicle of a person that you believe is intoxicated?
Yes, ma'am. At that point, I'm looking for any evidence that would point to what substance, if any, is causing the reactions that we were seeing at the time.
Okay, let's talk about that. What reactions were you seeing at the time?
So I'd say there was kind of I'm struggling to remember the terms, but essentially that he's kind of high and low in his emotions were kind of high and then kind of low. Also, his response to our questions, as I recall, was kind of non sequitur in that we'd be asking where he's coming from. He'd tell us that he has his driver's license, or he'd say, does he have a driver's license? And then he'd say where he is from. And basically just that things didn't seem like every other interaction that I'd had with people at night on traffic stops where there was nothing going on.
Okay. And so is there anything else?
Is there anything else that I noticed when talking to Mr. Crawford?
Right. I asked about what reactions you were seeing at the time. Is there anything else that made you feel that he could possibly be intoxicated?
I don't really remember anything else.
Okay. You said that his emotions were high and low. What emotions did he display that you considered to be, or what emotions are we talking about here?
Yeah. Again, there's a word that I'm struggling for to try and explain that more clearly. I guess it is affect again, just that, maybe you're more animated in your responses and then suddenly you're a little more lethargic in your responses. That kind of quick change in what would otherwise be kind of a steady conversational tone can sometimes be an indicator of narcotics use.
And so you believe that that he may have been, maybe his effect was more of what you were describing, and he was animated?
Objection form.
He, like I said, again, when I say animated, I mean maybe more energetic in your responses. If all of a sudden I'm talking like this, and then all of a sudden I'm talking like this, that's the only way I can try and accurately convey what I mean to you.
Okay. And tell me about lethargic. What did you mean when you said not he, you didn't say Mr. Crawford was, but I just want to be clear. If you do mean to say that Mr. Crawford his emotion was a lethargic, what do you mean by lethargic?
Yes, ma'am. When I say he, I mean Mr. Crawford. And I'm saying that some of his responses were more energetic than others. So maybe the lethargic ones were the less of those two options.
Mm-hmm. And you said he had non sequitur responses. Tell us about that. What makes you believe, what particular response did not go with what you were seeking?
Like I said, without watching the body camera video, clearly these aren't quotes, but I remember that we were asking him for his driver's license and he would respond with something like where he's coming from or where he was from. And then at other times we're asking where he's coming from or where he's going and getting different responses than those that you would normally find from those questions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So all of these combined made you believe that he could be possibly intoxicated, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So let's get back to that encounter. So you thought that Mr. Crawford could possibly be intoxicated. And so you didn't ask him to search his car though initially, did you?
Like I said, it initially being the first words out of my mouth, I don't know what the first words out of my mouth were.
Okay. All right. So continue to walk us through. You were there. We weren't. So continue to walk us through about what happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, I started searching the vehicle after we got consent from Mr. Crawford. Teddy continued talking to Mr. Crawford there by the driver's side of the vehicle. And I got to the trunk and found next to the spare tire there was like a large grocery sack plastic bag that had something in it, but I couldn't tell. It was dark there, so I brought it around to the front passenger seat, and I put my flashlight under my arm so that it would shine on whatever it was. I dumped it out on that front passenger seat and noticed that it was tied up, smaller pieces of plastic like grocery bag that had pills inside of them. And at that time, I signaled like this for Officer Sims to go ahead and detain Mr. Crawford because I'd found something that needed further investigation.
You were showing us the signal. Can you show me that signal once more that you gave, Mr.
Yes,
Sims?
ma'am. Just cross my wrists like that.
Okay. And was there anything in your hand when you crossed your wrist?
I don't think so. Maybe my flashlight if I had anything.
Okay. And do you usually communicate with gestures with police officers or with your fellow officers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me about these signals? You said that you crossed your wrists together,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the signal to indicate what?
I was trying to communicate to him to detain Mr. Crawford because I had found something that would warrant further investigation.
Okay. And where did you learn that signal?
Probably one of my field trainers.
When your field trainers taught you to cross your wrists, and that means, I'm sorry, I just want to be clear, it means that you found something that may warrant further investigation.
I mean, I'm telling you what I was trying to communicate,
Mm-hmm.
not what that signal means. It's not a universal police signal.
Okay, and that's what I'm trying to get to make sure that I understand how Sims would have interpreted your signal.
Right.
Have you guys practiced signals before?
No, ma'am.
Is there a manual or anything that Baytown provides you all that shows you the different types of signals you should use?
No, ma'am.
Could that wrist crossing signal that you displayed, could that be interpreted as more than one thing?
Yes.
Why did you choose to signal versus speak and convey what your thoughts were to Sims?
In training, they often talk about how if you're going to arrest someone, occasionally, like if you tell someone, for instance, if they have a warrant, rather than saying you have a warrant for your arrest or whatever, you want to make sure that you and any other officers in the scene are in a position to take the person into custody in case they choose to fight when being told that they're under arrest or when they find out that they're going to be arrested. Mm-hmm. And so I was trying to make sure that there wasn't any sudden response to, hey, put him in handcuffs, or hey, go ahead and arrest him, or anything like that.
Okay. And if you could have spoke instead of using a gesture, you would have said, hey, go ahead and arrest him?
That's not what I said. No, ma'am.
I know. I'm asking you. It's a question.
No, ma'am. That's not what I would have said.
Okay. And what would you have said?
I would have said, hey, go ahead and detain him. I found some pills that I don't know what they are. I need to find out what they are.
Okay. Do you understand what it means? I know we went through all your training. Do you understand what it means when a person is detained?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what it means when a person is detained?
They're not free to leave.
Okay. Isn't it true that a person can be detained when they don't believe they're free to leave?
I believe it is, yes.
Okay. So you signaled with your arms, with your wrist crossed to Sims, and if you were able to speak, you would have conveyed, hey, let's detain him I want to just make sure I get it right, so we can make sure that the pills were investigated. Is that right?
Yes,
Objection
ma'am.
form.
Okay. Is there a reason why you didn't ask yourself what those pills were?
Objection form.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Again, just wanting to ensure that for instance, if you have an illegal substance with you and are found out, you may choose to fight or run or something like that, and those create dangerous situations for officers and citizens. And so I chose what I believed at the time to be the best option to minimize that.
Okay. And what did Mr. Crawford do to make you believe that he would begin to fight or run based on your encounter with him up to that point?
Like I said, it was simply that I had found something that might be an illegal substance in his vehicle. And it is just a possibility for any human being that when confronted with the possibility of arrest, that they choose to fight or run.
Mm-hmm. And so, but nothing specific to Mr. Crawford, correct?
No, ma'am, other than what I discussed about in the very limited interaction I had with him, that I believed it was possible that he was on some kind of substance.
Okay. And just to be clear, you said that you had a limited interaction with him, but you actually spoke with him much longer, or is at least is equal in time as Sims did. Isn't that true?
I have no idea.
Okay. You had a good conversation with him for a lengthy period of time while Sims went back to his vehicle and sat with the ride-along, correct?
I do not know.
You don't recall that conversation at all?
Other than, no, I don't. I don't remember what we talked about other than the things that I've mentioned about asking him about his license, where he's coming from, where he's going to. Mm-hmm. Other than that, no.
Okay. And at no time did you ever ask him, had he had anything to drink, did you?
I do not know.
At no time did you ask him, had he had anything to smoke, did you?
I don't know.
At no time did you ask him if he had taken any type of substances, correct?
I don't remember. And then I should clarify that on my previous answers, if I don't know, I don't remember is more accurate.
Okay. All right. So you don't remember whether you asked him if he had anything to drink, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that's despite the fact that you thought that it was a possibility that he was intoxicated, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you don't remember if you asked him if he had anything to smoke, correct?
Yes.
And that would be with the understanding that you believe that he could be possibly intoxicated, correct?
I'm sorry, that would be with the understanding. What was the question?
The question on whether he had anything to smoke.
Yes, I don't remember.
Okay. All right. And you don't remember whether you asked him about him taking any drugs or any other substances, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Is that something that you learned in your training that you should at least ask?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now you gave Sims the signal, and then what happened after you gave him the signal?
I think Sims then told him to put his hands behind his back or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what was said. But then I noticed that they started to struggle, like Mr. Crawford pulled away or maybe tried to push Sims off of him. So I ran around the front of the car to try and help. And kind of as I arrived on the other side of the car, Sims said he was going to take him to the ground. And so he did. And then from there, we struggled for a while until we were able to get other officers on scene to get him into custody in handcuffs.
Okay. And when you say we struggled, tell me who the we is.
And myself and Officer Sims. And then at some point, I think Dunlap came out and tried to help as well.
Okay. Based on your training, can you describe Officer Sims to us on that night?
Based on my training, can I describe Officer Sims?
Yes. How would you describe him based on your training as an officer?
Objection form.
He's a white male with brown hair, and he's like, I don't know, maybe 6 foot tall. Kind of a huskier build. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Shane Dunlap, the ride-along?
On that same description, he's a white male, dark, like black hair almost. He's definitely a bigger build, not as tall as Sims maybe, but yeah.
Okay. And when you say bigger build, could we agree he was well over 200 pounds?
Yes.
And I believe Sims testified that he was 260 pounds on that day. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
And what about yourself? How would you describe yourself then on July the 6th, 2019?
Objection form.
I'm 5'8", 175, and I'm pretty much the same size I was at the time.
Okay. So you saw that Sims was having a problem with Mr. Crawford. I think you said something to that effect when you gave him the signal.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Crawford, you say, may have pushed him. Is that right?
Like I said, either he pulled away from him or tried to push to get Sims off of him, and that was just as I'm coming around the front of the car, and I'm running to try and get there quickly and assist. So that's what I saw.
Okay. Now, when you got there to assist, what did you see when you got to where Mr. Crawford and Sims were located?
I saw Mr. Crawford not, doing what you generally would do if you're submitting to arrest, which would be to put your hands behind your back and hold still. And so I began to try and help Teddy with that.
Do you recall if Sims told him that he was being detained or under arrest?
That is one thing I remember from watching the video, but it wasn't something I heard at the time.
Okay. So you're saying from watching the video, you heard him say that he was detained or under arrest, correct?
Well, I remember because it was one of the things that was made much of, like in the news and stuff, that he had just said, "You're free to go." But it was right basically at that moment, he didn't know what I had found and didn't, that's when the signal happened. So.
Mm-hmm. Did you tell Mr. Crawford that he was under arrest or being detained?
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
Okay. So you rush over and you see, and just give us a description about how far you were from Mr. Crawford and Sims when you ran over, I think you said.
Yeah, I'm just going from the passenger side of the car to the driver's side of the car.
Okay. So about how far is that?
7 feet, maybe 6 feet.
Okay. About maybe 6 or 7 steps, maybe.
I do not know.
Okay. I don't know if a car would be 6 or 7 feet wide if you're going from one side to the other, but I could be wrong.
Maybe 6 feet then. I mean, you can, 5.5 feet. I don't know.
Okay. So how many steps did you take, would you say, from one side of the vehicle to the other?
I don't remember.
Okay. But it was pretty short?
Yes.
Okay. So you rushed over, and then you said that you saw Mr. Crawford possibly pulling from Officer Sims. Can you describe to us how he was pulling?
Like I said, basically I see Teddy trying to turn him around so that he can put him in handcuffs, turn him facing away from himself. Teddy's trying to turn Mr. Crawford so that he's facing away from himself, so that he puts the handcuffs on him. But he's not submitting to that happening. He's trying to turn back towards him, so that's pulling away. And then also trying to create space between himself and Officer Sims.
Okay, now he was trying to create space between himself and Officer Sims. Explain that to me a little bit more. I'm a little bit confused about what you mean by that.
Yeah, so I think at that point, Officer Sims had one of his hands, had one of Mr. Crawford's hands, and so he's trying to turn him so he can get both hands behind his back, and Mr. Crawford's turning to avoid that happening, and kind of pushing with his elbow or pushing with his hand. Again, that wasn't what I was zeroed in on. I'm focused on the fact that he was resisting being detained in handcuffs at that time. So
now what you're describing, it sounds like to me, is what you're proclaiming to be the resistance. If you're saying that that's not what you were zeroed in at this time, tell me what you mean by the fact that he was resisting being detained. How was he resisting?
Sure. He was resisting by turning and by pushing away.
Okay.
I guess what I mean is I'm not running over and thinking, oh, is he turning or is he pushing with his hand? Oh, is it his elbow or is it his hand? I just mean that I noticed that he was resisting by turning and trying to create space against Officer Sims.
Okay, got it. All right. So you saw that he was. You mentioned him making space. Now he was positioned against the vehicle, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you said you saw him trying to make space, how did he do that? Kind of describe that to us.
Yes, ma'am. As I've described, he's got his forearm up, trying to get Teddy away from him, or just at least like push off of him. Again, that's it.
Now, were they face to face when you saw this activity? How was he positioned?
I don't remember. I think they were face to face at one point.
So when you're showing his arms, he's pushing. He's pushing towards Sims at that time? When you're saying that
Right.
He's pushing, okay. And so he wasn't doing it backwards, right? Like from the back.
No, ma'am. Or not that I saw. I think.
Okay. When was the last time that you spoke with Officer Sims? Or
Last week.
okay. So did you speak with him after his deposition?
No, I think I talked to him before the one that got canceled.
Okay. And how do you know that it got canceled?
Because mine got canceled too.
Right, but how did you know his got canceled?
I guess it was afterwards. We don't talk like regularly on the phone, but I guess it must have been this week afterwards.
Okay. Did you talk to him after he actually had finished his deposition?
No.
Okay. Have you ever talked to him about what happened?
Yes.
When was the last time that you spoke with him about what happened in this incident?
I don't know. Sometime this year, I'm sure we've talked about it in general terms.
Okay. And when you say in general terms, what do you mean by that?
Just, man, it's crazy. This whole thing happened. Wow.
Was that after the case was dismissed or before? Your criminal case.
I'm sure that the same general sentiment conversations happened both before and after. Oh, well, I guess it would have been after because we were allowed to talk to each other. In years, that's why we haven't been talking.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't.
Hey, let him finish. He's talking.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying we
don't want you to perjure
allow...
yourself. I don't want you to perjure yourself, but go ahead. I was going to say it doesn't matter, but if you want to explain that,
let him finish. Let him finish.
Sure, absolutely.
Answer.
Sure. We literally had not talked from 2021 to 2024, from the indictment to the thing. That's why I said that I knew it was this year that we had talked in general terms about the instance.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's not like a play-by-play reliving the events or anything.
So you hadn't talked to Officer Sims at that time between, you said from 2021 until 2024. Mm-hmm. Did you communicate with him in a different manner?
No, like absolutely none.
Okay. Did he communicate with you in a different manner?
No.
Okay. Would you consider him your friend?
Yes.
Do you guys share mutual friends?
Yes.
Okay. And so the first opportunity that you had to speak with him about this being crazy, what was going on, was after the case was dismissed, according to you, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. That's right.
Okay. And would you say that you guys got closer because of this incident?
Yes.
And how did you end up getting closer if you hadn't spoken with him from 2021 to 2024?
mean that now we are closer than we were then because we have a shared experience. And then also you'll have to remember that we got closer in the 2 years from the incident to the indictment, during which we were free to talk and hang out all we wanted.
Mm-hmm. And then it was cut off, right?
Yes, ma'am.
From 2021 until 2024.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that didn't make you guys lose your closeness. It remained, even though you hadn't spoke in almost 3 years, you guys still remained close in your eyes, correct?
I mean, yeah, I didn't stop being his friend just because we hadn't talked in 3 years.
Yeah, but that's not my question, whether you stopped being his friend. I just asked whether you stopped being close.
That would depend on what you define, like how you're defining closeness.
It's however you
right?
defined it, yeah.
Then no, it didn't stop.
Let's talk about the push off by Mr. Crawford. Now, you said you don't really recall it specifically, but you were focused on something else. Tell me, did you see Mr. Crawford strike Officer Sims at all?
At all? I don't know. I mean, I don't really remember that happening.
Okay. But you think you may have seen him push Officer Sims, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Leading up to that, can you tell us about Mr. Crawford's demeanor? Could you tell me, would it be cordial, rude, angry? How would you describe his demeanor towards Sims in his conversation before?
Objection form.
Before you saw him push Mr. Sims?
In his conversation with Mr. Sims, I wasn't there. So, I mean, I was focused on searching the vehicle. I didn't hear them shouting at each other, if that's what you mean. But
you were there for part of the conversation, right?
Right.
And how was it?
Like I said, other than being a little weird, a little unusual as far as the responses, it was a conversation.
Okay. And in the responses, were they rude?
No, ma'am.
Was there any anger by Mr. Crawford conveyed?
I think that he was upset about, being questioned and, just interacting with the police.
All right. Was there any anger?
Like I said, I mean, he was upset, so to the point of anger, possibly.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I thought you were done.
Go ahead then. Sorry.
No, I was asking, is anger and upset the same thing to you?
It can be, yes.
Okay. In this instance, is the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's move forward. You felt the need to scurry over and help out Sims with Mr. Crawford pushing him. What happened after that?
Objection form.
After that, like I said, Officer Sims took him to the ground, and I was trying to assist him in getting him into handcuffs. And as Mr. Crawford resisted those attempts or didn't fully comply, those are the times when we attempted to get that to happen.
Okay. And did anybody tell Mr. Crawford that he was detained at that time?
Not that I recall.
Okay. In your training, are you supposed to tell a person that they're being detained?
No.
Okay. Are you supposed to tell a person that they're under arrest?
No, like supposed to being like, do you have to? It just depends.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends. Okay. Tell me, what does it depend upon?
Well, if you're actively fighting someone or if they're fighting you, then those are instances where, you're under arrest. May not, you don't have to say it. You can get them arrested and then let them know for what they were arrested, in addition to the resisting or assault on a peace officer charge or whatever it is.
Okay. Any other time besides actively resisting or fighting?
Again, law enforcement really is a big "it depends" game. It just depends on if it's safe at that time to do so, if the person can understand you if you said it. Like I said, it depends.
Okay, so part of your training is if you feel like a person may not understand, you don't have to tell them that they're being detained or arrested, correct?
I don't know that that's what I said.
Okay.
But I just am saying that you say it in almost every case, but if there's a reason that it's not safe to do so or whatever, then no.
Can you tell me, in this instance, why was it, if at all, unsafe to tell Mr. Crawford that he was being detained once it was decided to detain him?
There was no meeting about whether we should say it to him at that time. We're just actively engaged in trying to overcome resistance in order to take him into custody. And so being engaged in a physical struggle often takes a little bit of concentration. And so we didn't say it at that time because we're focused on, overcoming physical resistance to bring him into custody.
But when you first decided to put your signal up with your wrist, none of that was going on. There was no physical resistance going on, was there?
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
So why not tell him that he was being detained, or we need to detain you, or you're under arrest? Any of those things.
Like I said, after that happened, then there is a struggle. I mean, you're asking about two different times.
Right. I'm asking you beforehand. I'm asking you beforehand while you're standing up, why, instead of taking him to the ground, did somebody not tell him that you're under arrest, you're being detained?
I don't know.
Okay. Once he was on the ground and you were trying to, according to you, put him in cuffs, why was he not told then that he was being detained?
I don't know.
Can you answer, just help me out and answer this for me? How would a person know whether they were under attack by a police officer or they were being detained or arrested?
Under objection form.
Is there a way?
Well, I'm sorry, was there more to your question?
No, I just asked, is there a way to tell the difference?
Sure. I've never considered being under attack by a police officer. And so I suppose if the police officer said, put your hands behind your back, you could know if you're being attacked by whether, if you did that thing, if they still attacked you, or I don't know. That would basically just, I don't know how to answer that other than what I just said.
Okay, and so, because the reason why I asked that is if you had officers that were rogue and kind of roamed the streets looking for trouble, and they decided just to grab someone and beat them up. I'm sure you learned that in some of your training classes on cases that you guys gone through, right?
Of rogue officers just grabbing someone and beating them up?
Right.
I've never heard of such a thing, but I'm sure it may have happened before.
Okay. And but if an officer were to just grab a person and decide to fight them, putting yourself in the mind of the individual, how would that individual know that? Well, let me back up. When I say fight, an officer just decided to start striking the individual versus the officer striking the individual so that they can arrest them. How would a person know the difference if there's not those words in between that say that you're under arrest in those scenarios?
I think, again,
objection calls for speculation. Objection form. Go ahead, Sam.
Sure. Again, I think that compliance is kind of your indicator there. Mm-hmm. If I comply and do what I was asked, like if they said, put your hands behind your back, and then I do that, mm-hmm. and I'm still being attacked, maybe at that point, but, that, I don't know, other than that.
Okay. Now, as far as, okay, so now let's just go fast forward, and now he's on the ground, you're on the ground, as well as Serrett. How did you end up on the ground?
Went down, I just went down to the same level that Officer Sims and Mr. Crawford were on to try and attempt to help get him into handcuffs.
Okay. And do you know how Officer Sims ended up on the ground?
He brought Mr. Crawford, he brought him down with his body, so they both fell down.
Do you know why it was better to get him down to the ground versus the two of you standing there just handcuffing him while he was standing up?
Sure. Oftentimes when there's resistance, it's better to take variables out that would pose a danger to the subject or to officers. So, by taking them to the ground, you limit their ability to run away. Also, you limit their ability to access weapons if there were any. Those are reasons that you would take someone to the ground as opposed to handcuffing them standing up.
Okay. And you learned that in training that it's better to take a person to the ground because of those variables when you arrest somebody in Baytown versus cuffing them while standing up, correct?
Yes, but sorry, you say in Baytown, so just every person you arrest? No. If there is already resistance, it's better to limit those variables.
Okay. And what type of resistance are we talking here?
I'd say any resistance.
Okay. So if grandma gets upset and when she's pulled over and she's being arrested, it's better to take her to the ground when she refuses to give you her hands for cuffing purposes, correct?
Objection calls for speculation.
Yes, ma'am. In that hypothetical situation, the officer would have to use discretion as to whether taking the person to the ground would cause more injury than necessary.
Right, but it's according to you, if there's resistance, it's better to take a person to the ground because you exclude variables, right?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm also not a computer that's programmed to only do one thing. I can use my discretion also.
And you said this, I think, when I mentioned it being a Baytown officer decision, I think you found that there was an issue with that. Is that a common practice throughout law enforcement to take individuals to the ground who are resisting?
Objection to state system. Sorry.
Okay, I'm not even done with my question, please.
I know. I'm sorry.
Thank you. All right. So do you know if taking a person to the ground to exclude variables when a person is resisting is common practice and accepted practice in law enforcement generally?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where'd you learn that?
I don't know.
You said yes, that it is acceptable practices. You just kind of making that up on your own, or did you get it from somewhere?
You said, do you believe it's a general practice? And I said, yes, I do believe it is.
I did not say that, but maybe it's because of the connection. I asked, was it actually a common practice or standard practice, acceptable practice in law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am. I believe that it is a pretty common practice to take resisting subjects to the ground in order to handcuff them.
Okay. What about an acceptable practice?
I'm not the judge of acceptable practices.
Okay. So you can't answer that right now?
No, ma'am. That's not my area of expertise.
Okay. All right. So now let's keep going. So now we know how you ended up on the ground with Sims and Mr. Crawford. Tell us what happened after you ended up on the ground.
Both of us were trying to overcome the resistance and lack of compliance, that he wasn't putting his hands behind his back when asked to repeatedly. I remember at one point he said something like, "You're trying to kill me," and I said, "No one's trying to kill you, just put your hands behind your back." Again, just reiterating the request for him to submit to handcuffing. And he didn't. At one point, Officer Sims notified via radio an assist, and that meant for other officers to come help us get him into custody. And I think it was probably like, I don't want to speculate how many minutes it was, but it was a good little bit before we were able to finally get him to roll over and submit to handcuffing.
Okay. Now you skipped the part about the ride along jumping in.
Sure. I didn't really notice when Dunlap came in, but yeah, he jumped in at some point to try and help us also because he saw that we were struggling.
Okay. We talked about the description, how you would describe yourself and Sims and Dunlap. How would you describe Mr. Crawford?
Other than being an African-American male with dark hair and dark eyes, I don't remember a ton about him. He's probably about my height or slightly taller, kind of medium build. And then, but that, once we started struggling with him, I noticed he was.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Sorry. Okay.
Hang on. Let him finish his answer.
He's not responsive. I asked that for a reason. He's going on to something else.
Well, you have to let him finish, and then you can object to it being non-responsive. But let him finish his answer.
Go ahead and say whatever else you were about to say.
Sure. I was just describing Mr. Crawford that evening, and I said what size he was, and then just remember noticing that based on his size, that his strength seemed unproportional. He was very strong when we were trying to take him into custody.
Mm-hmm. Would you consider yourself a weak man?
At the time, I definitely was, yeah.
I guess you wouldn't know whether the other two are weak, right?
No.
Had you been in any type of struggles with either of them before?
Either of who, I'm sorry?
Sims or Dunlap?
No, I don't think so.
So you've never really been able to see whether they were strong or weak, right? Besides that night.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Going back to Mr. Crawford's size, so we have two, I think you said large build individuals, and yourself, you described as also large build, correct?
No, ma'am.
How do you describe yourself?
I said I'm 5'7", 175 now.
You didn't give the build. I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, look.
Just calm down, please. I think, okay, so we were discussing Mr. Crawford's size, and I wanted to know, have you ever encountered somebody that you needed to take to the ground that is larger than Mr. Crawford?
I don't think so, personally.
Can you tell me if a person, can you describe to me how an arrest, like, can you walk me through an arrest, a normal arrest? Just somebody that, has warrants or whatever reason you may have to arrest them, and they're fully compliant and there's no resistance or anything. They're just fully compliant, just arrest without issue. Walk me through that.
Sure. You tell them to turn around and put their hands behind their back, at which time they would. And then if there's absolute compliance, you can even have them have their thumbs facing up behind their back, which makes it easier to put the handcuffs on and off. You'd apply the handcuffs, making sure that there's like a finger of space in between their handcuffs and their wrists. Double lock the handcuffs, and then you'd search them incident to arrest, and then put them in your vehicle and take them to jail.
Okay. Now, I didn't hear you describe at any time that you explained to them that they were detained or under arrest. Is that something you guys just don't do in Baytown?
That's dependent on the situation. But if they were absolutely compliant, I would probably, after I put the handcuffs on them, say, "All right, here's what's going on, man. You're being arrested for this, or you have a warrant for this, or whatever."
Okay. And where did you learn how to go about that sequence of events? It was, arrest, putting a person in cuffs first, and then even somebody fully compliant, and then telling them why they're being detained or arrested.
Objection form.
Yeah. So, like I described, it'd be from the police academy, also from the police department. Again, once cuffs are on, everybody's safer because there's no chance that they, try and fight you or run there, or the chances are lessened that they fight or run at that point. So it's safer for them and for you as an officer for them to be in cuffs and then inform them.
Okay, so I'm going to object as a non-responsive. I just want to know, where did you learn how to go about those sequence of events of putting the cuffs on first and then letting the person know that they are detained or they're arrested? And you said, just to be clear, it sounds like you may have had that answer in there, but you said that it was at the police academy, correct?
Yes, ma'am, at both the police academy and at the Baytown Police Department.
Okay. Did you ever read Mr. Crawford's pill bottle before he was taken to the ground?
Before? No, ma'am.
Can you tell me how a person would react to pain? Can you just give me a description how you believe that a person should react to pain?
Objection form.
I don't know. Depends on what kind of pain we're talking about. Ow, or yeah, I guess I don't understand what you mean.
Okay, and I really mean pain in general, but if you want me to be more specific, I can help with that, like pain from being injured or struck.
Objection form.
Sure. The person, I don't know, might you think about it like if you touch a hot stove and it hurts you, you don't touch the hot stove again, you recoil, and then you don't touch it again because you know that caused you pain.
Mm-hmm. And how would they physically react besides recoils or anything else? Or you just recoil when you have pain?
Ow, you might, say something to the effect that the thing is hurting you, or, yeah, that's pretty normal responses.
Just ow and recoil, right?
Yes, ma'am. Again, everyone would probably react to pain a little differently, but you've asked for my generalized description. That's that.
Okay. It's fair enough. If that's your answer, I just want to make sure there's nothing more to your answer besides ow, verbalizing ow, and recoiling.
Sure.
Okay. Have you ever felt pain before?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what type of pain have you experienced before?
Do you want me to list every time I've experienced pain in my life?
No. How about the latest time?
I don't know. I guess
I mean physical pain, not any heartaches or anything. Physical.
Yes, ma'am. That was understood. Thank you. I was moving debris from the hurricane yesterday, and I pinched my hand between some pickets.
Okay. And how'd you react to that?
I think I dropped them and exclaimed something, ow, man, that hurt.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that your injury was severe?
No, ma'am.
Would you say that the pain was severe?
It hurt pretty bad, enough for me to drop the pickets, but no, ma'am. Severe, no. I've experienced worse.
Yeah, that's what my question. I was going to ask, have you experienced a greater pain than that before?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to have this opportunity to go on record as saying that kidney stones are the most painful experience a human can endure, and I have done that.
I heard about that. I heard that it rivals childbirth. But
I always like to say that my wife has asked to have more kids, but I've never asked for another kidney stone. So that's my answer to that.
Good point. Well, so with that, tell me how you responded to that pain in having the pain that you felt from kidney stones. How was that expressed?
I was basically immobile. I had to lay in bed and just groan for a while until I got to go to the hospital.
Did you cry?
No, I can confidently say I didn't cry, but I might have wanted to.
Okay. All right. Have you ever had, I'm going to show you a picture actually. And this is going to be Exhibit 3. Do you see this picture?
Not yet.
Okay. Let me know.
Yes, now I see it. Yep.
Okay. And this is a picture of Mr. Crawford's face after he was taken off the ground with his encounter with you and Dunlap, as well as Sims.
Mm-hmm.
his medical record shows that his eyes were cut and he required stitches and his orbital sockets were fractured. In this instance, Mr. Crawford received medical care from EMS, and EMS put alcohol on his cuts, and he reacted. He reacted to the alcohol on his cuts. Do you think that it was reasonable for him to react in pain from alcohol being placed on his cuts on his face?
Objection form.
Probably.
Have you ever had alcohol placed on a cut before?
Not recently enough to remember.
Okay. But you also, you don't remember at all how it feels to have alcohol on an open wound or cut?
No, not since I was a kid. Yeah, I remember it probably hurt.
Okay. So you haven't had that experience since you've been a kid?
Right.
Had you seen this before?
No.
Did you know about Mr. Crawford's injuries?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that he was injured, but I never looked at the hospital report or anything.
Okay. Prior to the stop with Mr. Crawford, did you speak with Sims before you guys decided to engage Mr. Crawford while you were in your vehicles?
Yeah, I think that we were at the same intersection at the same time in our patrol vehicles, facing different directions. And one of us said, like, hey, do you see that vehicle, to the other over the radio? I don't remember if Sim said it or me, but basically there was a mutual, yeah, that vehicle drew our attention, that behavior drew our attention.
Okay. And prior to the vehicle drawing your attention, what were you doing for the evening as you were on duty?
Just patrolling the city.
Okay. And when you say patrolling the cities, what does that mean?
You answer calls as they come in, 911 calls, and then when you're not answering calls, you can, look for any crime to help protect the citizens of Baytown, or you can look for, disabled motorists, whatever. You just do police officer work. Okay.
All right. So, you look for stuff to do when there's nothing to do, correct?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And would you agree that Mr. Crawford never attacked you?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And did you have, I don't remember on the training records, but did you have any training on de-escalation?
Yes, ma'am. That's a word that gets thrown around a lot in policing. Yes, ma'am.
And what do you mean it gets thrown around a lot? What does that mean?
It's in basically all the classes. You want to de-escalate wherever possible. So if someone is, really angry and threatening, if someone's really angry, then rather than trying to make them angrier and instigate a fight, you want to try and calm them down.
Okay. So would you say that it's heavily iterated that officers should de-escalate in these training courses?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And tell me about your training in de-escalation. What does de-escalation actually mean to you? What are the steps of de-escalation, and when should it be employed?
I don't know what the steps of de-escalation are. When should it be employed? Is when it's safe to do so. And what de-escalation means to me is trying to bring any situation to the safest end for all parties involved possible.
And was there any de-escalation that took place prior to taking Mr. Crawford to the ground between either you or Sims?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you describe it to me, please?
Yes. I believe Officer Sims told him to put his hands behind his back, told Mr. Crawford to put his hands behind his back, which would have brought about the safest resolution to the situation possible.
Okay. So you're trained in de-escalation, in your de-escalation training, that just simply telling somebody to put their hands behind their back is considered de-escalating a situation when a person is necessary to take a person to the ground?
I'm not sure I understood the question. Could you ask it again?
Sure. Yeah. So you're saying, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like to me that you're saying that the de-escalation that you employed, or Sims employed in this instance, was when he told Mr. Crawford to put his hands behind his back, and that's the only thing that was done prior to taking him to the ground. Is that right?
Objection form.
Yes, ma'am. That is a form of de-escalation, and yes, it was before he was taken to the ground.
Okay. And you were trained that just simply asking somebody to put their hands behind their back is considered a de-escalation technique, correct?
I don't know what was in those de-escalation classes. It's been quite some time. You asked for steps. I don't recall those, but as for placing his hands behind his back, again, with the goal of de-escalation being bringing about the safest possible outcome, asking him to put his hands behind his back to submit to handcuffing and detention was the most peaceful option and was an option to de-escalate, yes.
Now, it's my understanding that you all asked for officer assist once Mr. Crawford was on the ground. Tell me exactly what the three of you there, what did you need? When I say three of you, Sims, Dunlap, and yourself, what exactly did you expect the other officers to come in with?
Well, it's pretty common police practice to request an assist. And I think what Teddy actually said on the radio was that we were fighting. And then supervisors then got on the radio and advised other officers to run that call as an assist. And what did we need? We needed maybe other officers to help and restrain Mr. Crawford so that we could get him into handcuffs.
Okay. And why did you want to get Mr. Crawford into handcuffs?
At this point, again, he was being detained at the very least for the further investigation into what the pills were, but also a physical altercation with the police is not a safe thing for anyone. Officers could be injured, he could be injured, which clearly you saw. And if he submitted to handcuffing, the need for force would stop and his injuries could be treated and there would be no further risk to officers.
Okay. Prior to taking him to the ground, why was it necessary to detain him? Or excuse me, put the cuffs on him?
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, if he had gone into handcuffs beforehand, there would have been no need for force. And then also because it's at that point of detention, it removes the possibility for him to run or access unknown weapons or fight or anything like that. So again, the handcuffs is a safety measure for the suspect in the case and for all the officers present as well.
Okay. I don't think I'm asking the question properly because I want to know what was the reason that you needed to detain him prior for safety purposes? Why was he put in handcuffs for safety purposes? To do what?
It was, I understand what you're asking now. You're asking, why did we want him to be in handcuffs while we discovered what the pills were? Is that right, ma'am?
Right.
To that, I'll just respond again that at that point, because he's not free to go, he has to go in handcuffs at that point, he has to submit to being handcuffed if he's asked by police. And then that would, like I've already explained, make it safer for us so that there's fewer variables, so that while we investigate what the pills are, try and identify them, see if there is a crime, that there's no possibility of him doing something that would cause a problem on the scene. Does that make sense?
No, but it's your answer. Can you tell me, prior to deciding to detain Mr. Crawford, if it would have been reasonable, instead of handcuffing him, to find out what the pills were, to actually read the bottle of the pills, that contained the pills, to see what they were?
Sure, but the pills were not in a bottle when I located them. They were in tied up pieces of plastic bag, and so I wasn't able to read any bottle. They were loose in a plastic bag, which meant that I needed to use the pill identifier to figure out what they were.
So it's your testimony that there was no pill bottle on the scene there in the bag?
No, ma'am, that's not what I said.
Yeah.
I said that when I first saw the pills, that they were wrapped up in plastic bags, little pieces of plastic bag with a couple pills each in them. And that's what how they were packaged.
Okay. So why were you not able to read the pill bottle?
As soon as I saw the pills packaged the way they were, that's unusual. And it's actually, anytime a pill is not packaged in its prescription container in the state of Texas, it's an offense that falls under possession of a dangerous drug. So it was, even if they were absolutely benign prescriptions, I knew that at the very least there was a possible offense at hand and that we needed to detain him. So I didn't look any further into what the pills were. I knew at that moment when I located them that there was a possibility that there was a problem, or an offense, so we needed to detain him to investigate further.
Okay, so let's go back into that. His pills were in the container. They were in a bag from the pharmacist, weren't they? With the label, correct?
No, ma'am, that's not my memory of it at all.
Okay, so they were just, you had to pick them up pill by pill from wherever you found them, and that's how they were? They weren't in any bag?
No, ma'am.
The testimony.
Mr. Adarsh, restate.
Sorry, I was just objecting that she was misstating your testimony. You can go ahead and answer.
Okay, right. Like I had said before, I located a bag in the trunk that I then brought around to the front seat and dumped out into the front seat so I could see it better because it was very dark in the trunk. I pointed my flashlight right there at the seat and saw the plastic little, it's like portions of grocery bag that were tied into a knot with several pills each inside of them. And like I said, that's when I chose to investigate further by detaining Mr. Crawford.
Describe the bag they were in.
I don't remember. I think it was a paper bag, but it may have been a larger grocery bag. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. And it may have been the prescription bag, correct?
That's possible.
Okay. Mr. Serrett, this is you standing next to Mr. Crawford's car, correct?
I don't see a video. I just see your the PDF. Okay, I see it now.
And that's you back there with the full beard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, good. No switchblades, nothing like that. Okay. You ain't got kilos or bricks, birds back there, nothing like that.
Bird, well, if it was a bird, it'd be flying in the air, right?
Okay, okay.
Birds fly in the air, right?
Some, yeah. Okay, so, but nothing bad in the car today, man?
Nothing bad in the car.
All right, any narcotics in the car today? A little bit of weed? No paraphernalia? Nothing like that, okay. Have you been arrested in Baytown before, man?
Can you hear the inflection in Officer Sims' voice?
What inflection do you mean?
Yeah, high, low.
He's just talking.
Okay. You don't hear him sounding a little excited with his voice going up and down?
I think he's just trying to be friendly. It's kind of friendly inflection. I would call it conversational.
Okay, great.
I haven't.
All right, have you been arrested before or anything?
No, sir.
Did your driver license through Texas?
Sir.
I was waiting on you, man. I was waiting on this return real quick. Okay. So while I'm waiting on the return, is it cool if I make sure nothing bad in the car today?
I mean, you want to search the car, you can search it.
Okay.
I have the insurance, but at the same time,
How were you able to open his door without using the handle?
I think it was already partially open. I probably grabbed it by the door frame.
When you were messing with it, like I said before, right?
Sure. I don't remember that, but I'm able to see it now, so it looks like that's what I did.
I wonder why you want want to search my car?
Man, you know, honestly, we searched a lot of vehicles. I noticed you're a little nervous. I'm
not nervous at all.
Once we got there, you kind of jump out of the car really quick. My biggest concern, I want to make sure you don't have a gun in the car.
Well, when you're 45-year-old man,
right,
and you done nothing wrong.
Right.
First thing you think.
Were you looking for guns in the car or for alcohol or for substances?
I mean, a gun, if it was found, would just prompt us to ask him about it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for any evidence of criminal activity.
Can you tell me, is it illegal in Texas for a person to have a gun?
No, ma'am.
So what would be the problem if he had a gun in his car?
There would be no problem.
So why were you guys searching his car for guns?
I'm not specifically searching his car for a gun.
So Sims was not telling the truth, right?
I am not Officer Sims, and I did not say that.
I understand, but Officer Sims was not telling the truth when he said that, correct?
I don't feel like I can answer that question.
I'm wondering why you searching my car anyway. Right?
Check Kedric Crawford. He's local. He's 99 He's from Orange, Texas. He has a clear current DL and a clear current ID.
Can you send me a driver license picture of my MDT?
Now, the dispatcher, did you hear what she said on the call?
It's kind of fuzzy, but yeah, I think so.
She said his license was clear and he had insurance, right?
Yes.
Why did you guys continue and not just tell him, thank you, we appreciate you for your time?
Well, I guess at this point, I haven't finished the search at this point, and also the possibility of intoxication was still on the table at this point. So
you're just looking for a reason to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let him finish.
Would you let me finish and stop that, please?
Well, you're interrupting my witness.
You're interrupting me. Like, calm down.
Go ahead, Mr. Serrett.
I just said that's why I didn't stop.
Okay, so you were looking for a reason to arrest Mr. Crawford that day, correct?
Objection form.
No, ma'am, I was not looking for a reason to arrest him.
Well, if his license came back clear and his insurance came back clear, at that point in time, there was no reason to arrest him or any warrants or anything. There was no warrants that came back on him, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so at this point, the reason why you want to continue the search is to see if there was anything in there that you could arrest him for. Isn't that true?
No, ma'am, not anything that I could arrest him for. I go back and restate my previous testimony is that we're looking for anything that could be evidence of intoxication. So we're looking for beer bottles, drug residue, something like that. And then also, would you like me to continue?
Yeah.
Also, you'll notice that Officer Sims requested an MDT picture of Mr. Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
That's because occasionally people lie to the police about their identity. And I believe that his intent there is to just confirm that he is who he says he was.
Because if he wasn't, you guys would arrest him, right?
Yes, ma'am. That'd be a criminal offense.
Okay. And if you found evidence of intoxication in his car, it was so that you could arrest him, right?
Yes, ma'am. In order to keep other drivers on the road safe from somebody who's driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Yes, ma'am.
Objection, non-responsive. I'm asking you a simple question. You were looking for a reason to arrest Mr. Crawford that day, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
You should have a what now?
Clear current driver's license?
Yeah.
That's it. But you see, that's the thing, man. Usually when
He's searching my car. I got insurance and everything. I mean, I'm wondering what's going on.
That's it, man. I just noticed a little bit of nervous behavior, dude.
You still searching my car while I got insurance and everything? Driver license, insurance?
Yeah, because I see nervous behavior. Oh, watch right now, Baytown. Can you replay me out?
I didn't catch what you said. You want me to send what you said?
If you can find a recent driver's license photo, just send it to my MDT or email it to me. That's it, man. Hey, dude.
Is Mr. Crawford looking as though he's nervous to you?
It's tough to tell through a body camera.
Okay.
Nothing personal. We're just out here doing our job, you know? Ain't nothing wrong with it.
When you really think about it, person with driver's license insurance, you got to think about it. That's kind of weird.
No, because honestly, I've caught people felony amounts of narcotics and guns with people with valid driver's license, valid insurance, and everything, man.
But you say what you want to say. Think about it. That's not a probable cause. You search the person's car.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I don't have a problem.
Okay, yes, no big deal, man. Hey, you mind if I check your pockets, make sure you ain't got nothing? I can?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll make sure, man.
I got a little mace can.
Okay, I'm going to grab that so I don't want to get... Not saying you will. I just don't want to get sprayed today, boss. Yeah, here's your money, man. You can hold on to that for me, please, sir. That would be a bad day, man. Have you ever been pepper sprayed? You don't feel good. This your life, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have driver's license, I have insurance, so you treating me like this, and just because I was...
man, honestly, I'm just going over on behavior, man. There's nothing personal.
Okay.
Dude, I make 100 of these stops at least.
Is what what Sims is stating true? That is that true for you? That also that you make hundreds of those stops like this?
I don't know about hundreds, but it's not an uncommon kind of consensual encounter investigation kind of thing.
Anything in here, man? And this flashlight?
Flashlight.
Can I check it real quick?
You can check it out. You want.
Okay. You'd be surprised what people can hide in here, man. Hey, on this mace can, dude, I'm gonna hold on to this till we get done with this stop, and we'll get out of here, all right, man? Ain't nothing but a thing. You, can you hold on to this for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
It's my personal property. Yeah.
It is.
I'm really being searched. I mean, if you would think about it. Think about what's going on.
What?
Look how I'm being harassed. I mean,
how you being harassed, man? What have I ever seen you before?
Pockets all of them. No, I got driver's license, insurance, and everything, right?
Yeah, you do. As far as I know.
Okay. Yeah.
You're okay, man.
Yes, sir. I'm a 45-year-old man. So y'all treat everybody the same way?
Yeah. I do. Yeah, dude, honestly, like I said, I go on behavior. That is it, man. Right now, you're showing me a little bit of...
Now, tell me about what you think is the problem with his responses to Sims's questions so far.
I mean, the main thing for me is the repetition about the driver's license and insurance when that's not the issue, or saying that he's being harassed. Mr. Sims is being perfectly friendly with him, so harassment's not maybe how it should be characterized. Oftentimes, people will mask other criminal behavior behind saying they're being harassed or incredulity at the situation. And so I think that may be, you said, what's the problem? That just may be some indicators that make it seem like it should be looked into further.
Okay. And you weren't around right then, right? You were somewhere in the trunk, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
So you didn't hear any of this, right?
No, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I ain't showing you nothing.
I know you're not trying to, but this, as far as like, okay, think about it, man. I'll put you in myself in your, I'll put you in my shoes. I'm up here, I'm rolling around. I see a car doing some weird stuff. I make contact. The driver quickly gets out of the car. Is that a little weird, D? And again, man, I'm not throwing judgment at you or anything. I'm just trying to put you in my shoes.
Oh, man.
You can answer that. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead, dude. Don't call nobody up here. They'll go to jail.
Don't call nobody up here.
Yeah, say, hey, I'm over here. Come over here, because people go to jail.
Hello? Yeah, I'm being harassed by officers. They got me,
harassed.
For some reason, I don't know what's going on. I got driver's license, insurance, everything.
Yeah, man.
Sir, I totally searched my car. I mean, what's going on? I don't understand.
What do you mean? I searched it. Yeah, you go ahead and search. That's what's going on right now.
I don't understand.
What do you not understand, sir? Hey, I'm gonna put your pepper spray back here. Yeah. Ain't nothing to it, man. No need to be tripping or nothing.
Okay, so what's the issue? I don't understand.
Honestly, you're nervous. I'm seeing some nervous behavior.
Why wouldn't I be? I mean, I'm not nervous. What I'm saying, what's going on?
Yeah. I'm just checking you out, man. You gave us consent to
I don't
search.
have any warrants, right?
No, but hey, you said, this is consensual. You're staying here. You gave us consent to search. So yeah, we're gonna search it. You know, I mean, and we haven't found nothing in there.
I got insurance, everything. What's
okay,
going on?
and what does that have to do with anything?
So when am I free to go?
Whenever, man.
Whenever?
Yeah. All right, put your money back.
What did I do?
Don't tense up, dude. Oh, freaking drop you.
What did I do? What's going on? I don't have anything. What's going on?
I'm taking the ground.
Sir, I didn't do anything.
Put it behind your back.
What's going on? What's going on? I don't know what's going on, sir.
Got his hand?
Yep. What's going on?
129.
What's going on?
129, we're fighting.
Put your hand behind your back. I'm going to tase you.
I'm just doing it.
Put your hand on your back.
Oh, yeah.
Put your hand behind your back.
I'm not doing it.
Taser.
Oh, sir, I didn't do it. Put your hand behind your back. No, sir, please don't kill me, sir. You're killing me, sir. They're gonna kill me.
That's it. Taser deployed. Watch it. Let me get. Watch it. Watch out. Taser.
No, sir, please don't. You're killing me, man.
Watch out.
Since we cannot see anything further, we can only hear, I'm going to stop the video there. And what was the last time that you saw that video?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's probably been at least 3 years.
A lot of your prior testimony is not the same as what we saw in the video right there, right?
Objection form.
Like I said, I'm testifying off the best of my memory, and I'm able to see and refresh some stuff there. Yeah.
Fair enough. And you see Mr. Crawford pushing Sims, correct?
No, ma'am.
You didn't see Mr. Crawford pulling from Sims, correct?
I guess at one point he may have still.
Well, you're speculating, right? Because you didn't really see that on the video, right?
Well, I'm trying to now, at this moment, remember every frame of the video. So at any frame of the video, did he pull away? Yeah, he may have.
You don't know. You're guessing.
I'm not guessing. You asked me a question, and I'm trying to answer it to the best of my knowledge. If you want to watch it again, I can.
No, I don't want you. I don't need you to do that. But you said that, yeah, he may have, as though he may not have, right?
The body camera doesn't capture every action and stuff, especially at that close range. So he may have pulled away. But you said he may not have? Yes, he may not have.
I'm going to start the other video from kind of where we left off. And this is going to be from your body-worn camera. When was the last time you've seen this?
I haven't watched any of the videos, like I said, in the same period of time, at least 3 years.
Okay.
Gas station, bro.
Make sure you're not drunk or something.
I don't look at this.
This is Sims in this video, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
129 in my truck.
Man, I just want to check you out, make sure everything's okay, man. I saw you back. You were about to turn out on the road, and then you backed up. What's up with that?
GPS on the phone.
We're trying to go, man. We're trying to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, what? No, you go right there. Okay.
You're long. I drive like this.
That's fine, man. I'll just get your name and date of birth. We get on out of here, man. What's your last name?
KDRIC.
I'm sorry?
KDRIC.
KDRIC. Birthday, sir? 7 what?
731, 73.
Where do you live at, man? Where you coming from today? Okay. Yeah.
But I'm lost, you know. The only thing was, I was using GPS on the phone. I pulled the clock.
Okay, you on probation, parole, bond? Okay, good, man.
Got insurance, whatever you need.
Is your vehicle, man? Orange? I'm gonna go. Just check this on my computer real quick, man.
Are you guys able to see the video?
Yes.
Where do you live at, dude? In Orange? All right. That's a heck of a drive, man. You making that drive tonight?
Well, I'm 45 years old, sir.
Okay.
So is the problem with driving?
No. I was just asking. That's a long drive to make at night. Are you gonna make that drive
Oh, no,
tonight?
I'm going to Houston.
Okay.
I'm going back to Houston. Yeah.
So So you say you live in Orange?
I live in it. Yeah.
Staying in Houston right now?
Staying in it.
All right. So what are you going to Houston for? That's all I'm asking, man. I'm just trying to understand what you're.
Houston for?
Yeah.
Personally, I'm from Houston. I stay in. I'm 45 years old.
Okay.
I'm not trying to cause you all this problem, but
No problem, man. I just asked you a question. So you say you stay in Orange, so you're on your way to Houston. You're going to stay out there or what?
yeah, I have a mother out there. I have kids out there.
Pretty cool. Part of Houston.
Outside of Houston. Mind I put the car out? Save my gas.
No, that's all right. Hold on a second, dude. I'll turn it off for you. Just stay up there.
You cut it off.
That's okay. Stay up there by the front of the car. I'm just going to turn off engine for you. You're right. See, no, not right now, man. Oh, yeah, that's all we're checking, man.
I thought I probably gave you a good idea what was going on.
Well, at this point, man, as long as you ain't got no warrants for murder or nothing like that, then we're going to be straight up, okay?
Yeah, with the shot, I think.
I was listening to that.
Yeah.
It's catching.
Yeah. Put the jack on the frame instead of the body.
At this point, how you would describe Mr. Crawford's interaction with you? Would you consider it to be cordial, rude, I think defensive?
Sure. It's been I think cordial, but again, he answers his age a couple times when I'm asking him his origin and destination, and I just found that a little unusual.
Do you think that maybe he was trying to convey to you that he was an adult and you were treating him like a child, asking him where he was going and why he was going? Do you think maybe that's why he was iterating the fact that he was a 45-year-old man?
Objection for him.
I don't know if that was his intent. That was not what I understood.
But he did answer your question nonetheless, right?
After a few repeated times asking it, yeah.
He didn't have to, though, right?
I'm sorry?
He did not have to answer any of your questions, did he?
Yes, that's correct.
There was even one point where he apologized and said he's not trying to be any trouble for you all, right?
Yes, I think he said that.
They gonna pay to fix that for you?
What?
They gonna pay to fix that for you?
I'm not a butthole.
You're not worried about it? Keep going out of here. So, man, just talking to the guy at the park pretty quick. There's no guns in the car today? All right, dude. I had to make sure it wasn't a freaking AK back there or anything. Sawed off, nothing like that, right? Okay, good. No switchblades, nothing like that. You ain't got kilos, bricks, birds back there, nothing like that.
Bird, well, if it was a bird, it'd be flying in there.
What did this Sims mean when he says there's no birds or bricks or anything like that? What does that mean?
Birds, I'm not sure what he means by that, but bricks would probably mean bricks or kilos of cocaine. It's a common method for packaging large amounts of narcotics.
Is that how you all normally talk to individuals instead of just saying large amount of packaged narcotics?
Yeah, it's pretty common to use the common terms for it. Lots of people, I mean, I'd say most people would be weirded out if you said, "Is there a kilogram of cocaine?" So, I mean, cops don't even call it that.
What do cops call it?
Like kilos or bricks are definitely the most common terms for that.
Do you engage in this type of dialect when you question individuals?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just because it's the same lingo that is well known for that kind of thing.
Okay. And is that across cultural lines?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Birds fly there, right?
Some, yeah. Okay, so, but nothing bad in the car today, man?
Nothing bad in the car.
Are any narcotics in the car today? A little bit of weed? No paraphernalia?
Paraphernalia.
Nothing like that, okay. Have you been arrested in Baytown before, man?
I haven't.
Have you ever been arrested before or anything? Did you drive license through Texas? I was waiting on you, man. I was waiting on this return real quick. Okay. So while I'm waiting on the return, is it cool if I make sure nothing bad in the car today?
I mean, you want to search the car, you can search it.
Okay.
But I wonder why you want to search my car.
Man, honestly, we search a lot of vehicles. I know some real nervous. I know some nervous.
Now, he told Officer Sims that he could search the car. Is there a reason why you searched the car instead of Sims?
Consent given to one officer applies to any on scene.
How do you know that?
I'll tell you what, I don't know that I've ever been taught that.
Okay.
Once we got there, kind of jump out of the car really quick. My biggest concern, I want to make sure you don't have a problem.
Well, when you're 45-year-old man.
Right.
And you don't do nothing wrong. I'm wondering why you're
Kedric Crawford.
But you see this thing, man, usually when I'm that's it, man. I just noticed a little bit nervous. That's it, man. Seriously, this is how you do our job, you know?
drive like this, man. You gotta think about it.
Building about the body, guns, valid driver's license, valid insurance, and everything, man.
So if you want to think about it, that's not going to
Hey, you know if I check the box, make sure you ain't got anything? I'm not saying you will. I don't want to get the birthday, boss. That would be a bad day.
Do you happen to know where this light is coming from back here in this trunk?
I think it might be the reflection of my flashlight, or I don't know, maybe there's a bulb back there. I'm not sure.
But there is light in the trunk, isn't there?
Right. Yep. Because of my flashlight. Yep.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing at this point? Do you know?
Searching the vehicle.
Okay. Now, we know that there's light in the back, in the trunk where you're at, and we see you holding a pill bottle, but you maintain that you were not able to read the pill bottle until after you engaged Mr. Crawford, correct?
Sure. I remember now, having seen the video, that there was a pill bottle to begin with, but I could see inside the pill bottle the plastic bags with the pills inside.
Thank you.
It's unlocked.
Is there a reason why you didn't alert Sims at this point in time when you found the pill bottle with the pills inside that you could see?
There's not a reason. Just was trying to be methodical. Sometimes in searching, you forget to cover a portion of the vehicle, and so I wanted to make sure that I finished before I, went deeper into the pill bottle.
Were you alerted that there was an issue with the pill bottle at that point in time? Because I think I heard you just testify that you saw the pills in the inside of the car, of the pill bottle in the trunk of the car. Was that not a reason to, at that point in time?
Yes, it was.
Okay, but you decided not to do that, but continue to search the car, even though you had a reason at that point in time, according to you, to detain him.
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
Okay. Okay, so we see that you poured the pills out of the bottle onto the seat of the vehicle, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we see that you're not done searching the car yet, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But at this very moment, you decide to put your signal up to Sims, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we also know that upon finding the pills in the back of the vehicle, you decided to forego detaining him as a result of those pills. Was that because you were looking for something better to arrest him for?
No, ma'am.
Why was that not sufficient?
It was sufficient. Like I said, at that point, I was just trying to be thorough and discover everything there was to discover.
What else were you looking for if you already found the crime?
Anything like cocaine, methamphetamine, like any drug. The also kind of making sure that there's not a weapon involved also.
Or it was because you knew that you had not found a crime, you had not found anything wrong with those pills, and you wanted to, and that's why you continue to search, correct?
No, ma'am, that's not correct.
Okay, let's continue.
I do. Freaking drop you. What did I do? What did you see? What's going on?
Now, at this point, I think that we can see engaged with Mr. Crawford as well as Sims, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what was the reason why you decided to lunge at Mr. Crawford right then?
Objection form.
I believe that it looked like he wasn't complying with commands for handcuffing, or that he pulled away from Sims.
Okay, let's go back and take a look at this for just a moment.
What did I do? Freaking drop you. What did I do?
Is there a reason why nobody could answer him when he simply just telling him what he did?
There's not a reason.
What did you see? What's going on?
Now, we see you grabbing Mr. Crawford's arm, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What's going on?
I'm taking the ground.
And we see Officer Sims state that he was taking Mr. Crawford to the ground, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he didn't take him to the ground with the arm that you were holding, did he?
No, ma'am.
He took him to the ground with his other arm, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
So you had one arm, Sims had one arm, but instead of cuffing Mr. Crawford, you did not stop Sims, and Sims decided that he would use that arm to take Mr. Crawford to the ground, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It wasn't necessary, was it?
No, it may have been necessary.
Why?
Control before handcuffing is very important, because handcuffs themselves are serrated. That's the way the teeth lock into the mechanism, lock into the mechanism. And those handcuffs themselves can be dangerous when deployed during an altercation. And so generally you want to have somebody who is either completely compliant or has succumbed or, has surrendered to handcuffing before bringing handcuffs out.
What if you learned that Mr. Crawford already had one of his arms cuffed and the cuffs were already out?
Objection form.
Yeah, if that's the case, then we got to work to get the other cuff on in whatever way is the safest for him and for officers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Give me your other arm. Put it behind your back.
What's going on? What's going on? I don't know what's going on, bro.
Okay. And can you tell me how Sims is positioned on Mr. Crawford here?
It looks like he's kind of mounted on top of him. I can't tell what part of his body he's on right now.
Okay. And it sounds like he's giving him an instruction, right?
Yes.
What's the instruction he's giving him?
I heard him say, give me your other hand.
Or give me your arm?
Sure.
Just to be clear, he had Mr. Crawford's arm before he got him to the ground, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And you had the other one, correct?
Yes.
And now we get him to the ground just to do what? Ask for his arm again, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got his hand? Yep.
What's going on?
And we also see this ride along join in, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ask for him to come help?
No, ma'am.
Yep.
Have you ever had a ride along join in restraining a suspect before?
No, ma'am.
Put your hand behind your back. I'm going to tase you. Put your hand on your back. Put your hand behind your back.
Who's that talking, saying, put your hand behind your back or I'll tase you?
That was me.
Okay. Now you testified and you actually see in this video that while you're asking him to put his hands behind his back or you're going to tase him, where Sims is located at, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to just back it up a little bit. Sims has his arms wrapped around Mr. Crawford, correct?
I think so. I can't tell super clearly, but it looks like it, yeah.
It looks hard to see. Let me see.
Put your hand behind your back. I'm going to tase you. Put your hand on your back. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Oh! Taser.
Oh, sir, just do it.
Put your hand behind your back. Watch out! Put your hand behind your back.
And that was you that just punched him, right?
Maybe it's pretty blurry on my screen.
Can you see your fist making contact with his back right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Watch out! Put your hand behind your back.
No, sir, please don't.
Is there a reason why you allowed this civilian to attempt to restrain Mr. Crawford?
Objection.
He's able to help. You know, if police officers are attempting to detain somebody, citizens step in. It's definitely not an uncommon thing that happens. There was no reason to stop him from helping us.
And there's not certain instances when citizens should come in and help an officer, like when the officer is in duress, or is it just fine to just, whenever you see an officer who has somebody that they're trying to detain, to jump in and go ahead and help out?
I can't speak to what what spurred the decision for him, but on a normal, totally compliant arrest, I'd say that that's something that I wouldn't allow. But on one where there's any level of resistance, and if someone wants to help, I wouldn't stop them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. And that includes allowing the civilian to punch and choke a suspect, correct?
Objection form.
That would depend on what's going on at the time with the suspect and the resistance and whatever.
What is Mr. Crawford doing here to warrant being punched and choked by a civilian?
I can't really testify the civilian's actions here, but again, we're just trying to get him to comply and go into handcuffs at this time. He's not doing so.
Did anybody ever tell him that he should comply so we can put you in handcuffs?
Yes.
Okay, let me know when you hear anybody tell him we're trying to put you in handcuffs, okay?
Put your hand on your back. Watch out. Taser. Put your hand on your back.
No, sir, please don't.
Nobody's trying to kill you. Watch out. Put your hands on your back. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Now, in all this commotion, Mr. Crawford never once struck you, did he?
No, ma'am.
And he didn't kick you, right?
Not that I recall.
Yet we see him being choked by this civilian here, right?
I
can
don't
play.
Go backwards or forwards and
Okay.
have a look.
Well, actually, that was Sims, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you hear what he said?
Yes, I did.
What did he say?
I think he said, "Do you want to go night-night?"
You knew what he meant by that?
Yes, ma'am. I understood it was a threat.
What type of threat?
Probably to bring him to unconsciousness.
Find your back. Damn it, I got both. Okay. I got him, man.
Do you hear Mr. Crawford?
Yes, ma'am.
He's groaning, isn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna put a cup on this one.
No!
Okay.
No, sir!
Put your hands behind your back. Relax.
Still being choked, right? This continuing to be choked, correct?
I mean, choked, I don't know. It looks like he's got his hand around his upper torso or whatever, but yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Stop pulling away!
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been choked before?
Yes.
Was it a serious choking where you were afraid that you would die?
No.
Okay. What type of choking was it?
After this incident, I started doing jiu-jitsu, and I've been doing it ever since. And choking's a pretty common part of jiu-jitsu.
Okay. And when you're choked, what happens to the rest of your body when you're being choked?
Usually you relax.
Okay. And that's what they teach you in jiu-jitsu, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
We already tased him twice. Yeah. Careful, the leads are all over here. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Bring his other one around.
Now, whose voice do we hear there?
I think that was me.
Okay.
I got one arm. You get the other one out. Hey, man, give me your arm, dude. You're fucking bleeding your ass off. Give me your arm. All right. Let up. Give him just a little bit so he can get his arm. Stop. Hey, dude. Roll your arm over. Roll your arm over right now, man. Roll your arm over. How much you have? Huh? How much you have? I'm good. How much do you have in there? All right. Give me your arm, man. I can't even tell. He's got a bunch of pills individually packaged. Okay. All right. Go ahead and cuff him. Hey. Hold down. Yeah, I got water. I'll plug it. Same. Kev, you got the leads. Hey, you tased me a little bit. Sorry. It's okay.
Okay. All right. I want to just briefly, there's another video I want to show just really quick. It's a short video. Now, this one doesn't have any sound. It's the surveillance footage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you describe this scene to us from what you can tell?
Just the still frame right now?
Yes, at 0.00.
Yeah, I see. Looks like the car doors are open, and there's me and Sims and Mr. Crawford off to the right of the car.
Whose vehicle is this?
That's Sims.
Okay. And so we can't see your vehicle, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then we also see the gas pumps?
Yes, ma'am.
Are the lights at the gas pumps off or on?
On.
Does this look like after Mr. Crawford was taken to the ground?
Yes, ma'am.
And we see Officer McDaniels arrive, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't have any conversation with you, did she?
No, ma'am.
Now we see McDaniel striking him. We also see the civilian striking him, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we see McDaniels put her foot on him, correct?
I think so. It's tough to tell.
Okay. We see two more officer squad cars arrive, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
We see McDaniels kicking him, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like another squad car arrived, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I want to go back just a little bit, and I want you to count the officers for me.
Like when you pause or where, when?
Yeah, I'm going to get to a pausing point because I just want to make sure that it looks like, I think you know at this point who's there, but the video looks kind of dark, so I didn't want to make you admit something you didn't want to admit as far as how many officers were there at that point.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Can you count how many individuals are there? I know everybody's not an officer.
Looks like 4 at that point, plus Mr. Crawford.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and continue. And that was at the 1 minute mark. So that's the 5th officer showing up. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's 5 officers with Dunlap and Crawford.
Thank you. Okay. You completed a report in this case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You guys are required to complete a report whenever there's a use of force, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
well, any time there's an arrest. Yes, sorry.
Okay, so not simply use of force, but arrest also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so this is your report that you're to complete whenever there's an arrest, or does that also include use of force? Do you have to make a report when you?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Serrett, can you agree that ultimately that Mr. Crawford, when you engaged him, he was not committing a crime at all, was he?
No, ma'am.
All right. So the only crime that Mr. Crawford was accused or could be accused of was resisting arrest, correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What else?
The possession of a dangerous drug for the improperly packaged prescription medication.
How and where in the penal code will we find that having your own pills and your own medicine bottle, which are not narcotics, but antibiotics, you described as a dangerous drug, I just want to be clear. Where can we find in the penal code that is a violation?
I don't know the chapter and verse in the penal code, but that is the offense title that you can find it under.
Tell me, I'm sorry, give it to me again.
The offense title is possession of a dangerous drug.
And that includes if you have a prescription, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm, okay. All right. So outside of the possession of a dangerous drug, which we consider antibiotics, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside of that, is there any other crimes?
No, ma'am.
Is there a reason why he was not charged for possession of a dangerous drug?
Officer Sims was the primary officer on the case and has discretion on what charges to file. Okay, so what's the answer to my question? I cannot answer that question, ma'am. Like I said, Officer Sims made a decision on what charges to file. So if you see a crime and another officer's with you, if they are the one who is in charge of the investigation, you're allowed to not go forward with that. Or excuse me, you're not allowed to go forward with the charge of the crime that you witnessed, correct? I'm not allowed to go forward with the charge of the crime that I witnessed. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Yeah, because you're the one who witnessed the pills, the dangerous drugs, the possession of dangerous drugs. That was your search and find, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I located them.
Okay. And so he was able to negate what you found in your investigation by going forward with whatever crime he wanted to charge him with, correct?
Objection form.
No, ma'am. The crime wasn't negated. That offense still could have been charged up to its expiry of statute of limitations.
Do you know why it wasn't charged?
No, ma'am. I do not.
Okay. But you never recommended it be charged, correct?
No, ma'am. I did recommend it to Officer Sims that evening.
Okay. Where can we find that recommendation?
There's no record of it. I said it to him in person.
Is there anything else he could have been charged with, according to you?
Not that I'm aware.
So upon your investigation, if you saw that Mr. Crawford, if you would have read the bottle and saw that these were antibiotics, he still would have been arrested, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So in actuality, you were not detaining him when you signaled. You wanted him to be arrested, correct?
Mm-hmm. I guess if I go back, would I have arrested him knowing that there were antibiotics ahead of time is speculation. It would depend on the explanation for the antibiotics and their unusual packaging.
Okay, but the crime was the way that they were packaged, correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
Okay. It's the fact that they were wrapped inside the pill bottle that you're saying he was engaged in criminal activity, correct?
They were wrapped in individual baggies with a couple pills each, which, like I stated in my report, is consistent with narcotics sale and distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he would have been arrested or not on that charge alone, had the resisting not occurred, is just conjecture. I can't really speak to that.
But that was the reason why you claimed to be detaining him, right?
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
Okay. What do you do for yourself now?
Don't
Are you
answer
still in
that.
law enforcement?
Don't answer that.
You answer it. Are you still in law enforcement?
No, I'm instructing him not to answer. Don't answer that.
Are you still in law enforcement?
You can answer to the extent that you're in law enforcement.
I am no longer in law enforcement.
Are you in any type of legal career at all or have you had further education in the law since you've left Baytown?
No.
So this is the extent of your knowledge in the law, in the penal code, and in particular crimes. You gathered that information or that knowledge while you were an officer, correct?
Yes.
There's one additional video I want you to look at. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
What you to do is take a look at Mr. Crawford's injuries here.
Sure.
Okay. Can you see his eye?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. What does it look like to you?
Looks a little swollen.
I'm trying to get to the front of his face so you can. Okay. You see his face being cleaned?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you at when this was happening? Do you know?
I'm not sure when this is, or no, I don't know.
Okay. Were you there when the paramedics arrived?
Yes.
Now, in your report, what I need to get to, in your report, you stated that you actually saw loose pills, that you found loose pills. That's false, isn't it?
No, ma'am. I mean, like I said, I'd have to go back and really watch the portion where I'm finding the pill bottle and the bag to be able to recall exactly what it was, but I would definitely not have written something that there were loose pills if there were not.
So were there more pills than what were in the bottle? Is that what your testimony is?
There's the individually wrapped baggies with multiple pills. And then it's possible there were also some loose ones in the pill bottle. Again, I'd have to rewatch the video to remember. It's been.
The pills are supposed to be loose in a bottle, aren't they?
Yes, I said in addition to the bags wrapped up, ma'am.
Okay. So if there are additional pills that were loose, that means you did not document the ones that were in the bottle on your report, correct?
Everything would have been photographed and turned into evidence. So even if the description was not perfect, the evidentiary procedure would have been. Basically, yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Search his pockets really good. What do you have on it? Yeah.
You see Mr. Crawford's face?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had any other instances of use of force that to this extent?
Objection.
No, ma'am.
And how would you describe Mr. Crawford's injuries?
Looks like he has some cuts on his face that are bleeding.
Would you describe his injuries as minor?
I'm not a doctor or anything, so I mean, I don't know.
But you're a trained police officer, and you have to document those injuries when you are on the scene, right?
Sure.
So how would you describe Mr. Crawford's injuries that you see?
I don't know. He has some moderate to severe lacerations on his face, and he's bleeding. That's the only thing that I can see on the surface.
Okay. And then you've already detailed his eyes, right? How they're swollen.
Sure. Yeah. His eyes swollen. Yep.
Okay. They're swollen shut, correct?
I can't tell on the video.
His face is full of blood.
Yes, ma'am. Looks like it.
Have you ever been on a scene with that much blood as related to use of force?
Not that I recall.
All right. Well, I think that is the rest of my questions.